Hello, my friends. I have another wonderful, wonderful interview today. Carla Salteris is a friend of mine. We're in class together. And then she is the host of the first giveaway that I have been participating in, the Awaken Abundance Toolkit. So she just kind of opened the door to this whole world of giveaways for me. So thank you for being a friend, Carla.
Um,
And let's tell you a little bit about her. Carla Salteris is a high vibe life mentor. Don't you love that? She's a transformative coach, seasoned healer, and intuitive, energetic spiritual guide with over 23 years of experience in the healing arts and indigenous medicine. She is also the host of the Midlife Rewrite podcast. So, welcome, Carla. Tell us a
Thank
little
you.
bit.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here and just have a conversation with you. I'm sure it'll be deep and fun and interesting. um, yeah, so we have this beautiful giveaway with lots of free resources. And if you are looking to uplevel your life, start a new business, have momentum go with your business, have love, have health, have prosperity, create a freedom lifestyle. I'm mostly dealing with women of our age. For me, I usually work with women, and in midlife, like really intentionally creating the life of your dreams. So yeah, check out this giveaway. We're going to have the link available for you, and there's so much goodness in there, and it's all free. So hey.
Yeah. Well, so a lot of the things in the giveaway are right in alignment with the things that you do anyway. So tell us, Carla, what keeps us from manifesting our dream life?
Well, what really keeps us from manifesting our dream life is us getting in our own way. And, one thing I've noticed over the years I've been helping people with their body and their mind and their soul is that we don't look at it as one integrated system. We kind of have fragmented energy around our mindset, or we manifest things in our body usually as a result of that mindset. We might have traumas, our soul traumas, things that have happened to us that we keep regurgitating and living, and it's like all of that energy stays blocked. And so when you're moving around in the world and you haven't moved those things through, it's really hard to move forward and attract new things into your life because you're so used to hitting up against the past, and it really just keeps you stuck where you are. So what I like to teach is that if you can just be present where you are, be happy where you are, which takes some training because we've had so much. I'm 53, so I've had 53 years of training how to focus and worry and be scared about not having it. That's usually our go-to mindset. But when you can flip that around and you can just be present and focus on your energy right now and try to raise your vibration, be happy now. It's like, Carla, that sounds really, easy the way that you say that, but I don't have the person of my dreams in my world right now. So I don't have the prosperity that I want. I get it. And it's something that little by little, by shifting your thoughts, by shifting the beliefs that you have about having it, being able to have it, creating possibility, creating more space, creating, uh, you know, creating the vision, but you have to start to feel into that it is possible. And it takes some time. It takes to cultivate that. And when you get really good at that, things just start coming. It's like you really just like open the floodgates and it just comes in. And you can uh, people really understand the power that they have to move the energy through them. I don't care if it's a physical pain. I don't care if it is this belief that you think like all the good ones are taken. Not true. But what do you say? What do you say about that? And when you start to feel into your energy, and that's all of it, looking for what's right. This is the healer's secret. When you go and get a massage, or you go to, do a ceremony or whatever it is, or you go to church because you want to heal something, when you look at what's right with you, with everyone, when you see them as a whole perfect being, just as they are, just as you are, then you have power. So when you tune in and have this really deep self-love, then you have power. But if you're constantly looking outside of yourself and looking at what's wrong, which is, unfortunately, we're in this survival training as humans, and people unintentionally trained us this way so that we could survive. But since we're in a better place right now, we can actually flip that and like just allow it in is huge.
So that's terrific, Carla. Why don't you give me like a real practical, real life example? So imagine you have somebody who doesn't have their partner, they're single, and they have wanted this for their whole life. And in the moment, they are stuck in that mind. Give them practical strategy, what to do, how to shift that conversation.
So the biggest, most beautiful thing I would say is that in the morning when you wake up, find something, a 15-minute, on YouTube, there's a plethora of great morning meditations. I like Joe Dispenza. If you search up 15-minute, if you have 10 minutes, put whatever you can do and just start there. And it's like you start changing how you start your day. And it just gets your mind in a peaceful state so that you can let go of the resistance that you've been running every day when you get up. I remember in high school, that alarm, you get up, it's like, oh, okay. You have to create a different space so that you can create something different. So if you start getting up and you give yourself that time to just move out things that you don't want, there's any residual of anything, usually at night, it's a really good time to do that because you're going to have 8 hours of sleep, hopefully, or some deep sleep. But in the morning, you just want to make sure that you have started fresh. Every moment is a time to start fresh. So in the morning, you create an intention for the day. Like, what do you want to create? What if I met that one person? What if there was like breadcrumbs that led to that person? I met somebody that they have a, brother that's been single. This is how the universe works, but you can't plan it out. It's just like, what if I was just happy today? I would say that's where I would start, is that you just want to start. If you become happy and appreciative and in gratitude of what you have now, that's when the magic happens. But if you're constantly looking out and saying, universe, where is it? I don't have it. If it's not here, I can't feel it. Then it's not going to come. But if you're just in the present moment and you go, wow, I know that the universe is going to deliver that to me. When you start to believe and know and start trusting, then things will just start manifesting. You'll see. A great trick is, it's not even a trick. It's just, this is how the universe delivers to you. It's like, what if I had that front row parking space when I went to the store today? Just practice little things during the day. Watch it open up. But see, we're not so attached to that. We're attached to that person. It's like, that's like huge and we want it so bad. So if you start to like detach yourself from the manifestation and don't worry about the how, you just want to worry about like what it is you want. How does it feel to have that and why? Because I deserve it. Because I deserve to have somebody that wants to share their life with me. And it would feel so good for me. I like to travel. So I would imagine traveling, and some people would take it a step further. They would start, in feng shui, we actually would make room in the closet. Like it's on its way. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to be divine timing. But I'm going to get ready for it. And you can start using sets of 2 and imagine your life, how that would feel, but not being attached and being present right now and being happy with you right now. Like life is a beautiful thing, but you got to incrementally, you can't just go from despair to open happiness, but you can start reaching for better feelings and caring about how you feel right now.
Very powerful. What you think and what you feel, I think of as being creative.
Yes.
That attracts more of it. And so if I think and feel these things, that's creating more of what it is I want. So I get to choose that. And being aware of, oh, my thoughts, my emotions are going, direction I don't want it to go, and catch it and pull it back.
Exactly. We are powerful creators. And when you own that power, you can just create whatever you want.
Yeah. So here's another question. One of the things I talk a lot about is being in alignment. What I'm doing, being in alignment with who I am. Tell us a little bit about the importance of alignment.
So alignment is that feeling good. It's not what your parents told you should, that feeling that you're like, when I grow up, I'm gonna, go do this job because it's kind of like that's what I'm supposed to do. That doesn't feel good. We learn this later. It's like what feels good. Like the idea of is like it's a delicious idea. I want to go get a massage. Yes, I'm in alignment with that. I want to, take a trip. I'm in alignment with that. I want to help people. That feels good to me. I want to make an impact in the world. That feels good for me. And however it is for you, it's up to you. Everybody's different, and you get to choose for yourself. It's like separating out pleasing other people. For women, this is sometimes, a challenge. And so being in alignment is feeling good just to feel good. There's no other reason. And when you start just doing that, you start getting momentum of like having the freedom, the spiritual power that you've always had. It's always been your divine right. We're all divine beings and we get to create whatever we want. We just had the idea that it was somewhere outside of us and that was like happening to us. Life is happening to us, but it just is not that's just not the way. So when you tune into that, then you're on your way and you can create whatever you want.
Looking again at conditioning, how we were trained by parents or teachers, you can't have what you want, you don't deserve, you have to work hard. All of those things are programmed in. And a lot of times those are the default.
Yes.
So, how do you help us to shift to a different default?
So that's like reprogramming yourself. So the way that you talk to yourself is very important. And it might be uncomfortable, but when you look at yourself in the mirror and it's, you just accept all of you. We've had all this experience, and when you take it on, you're grateful and you appreciate all the experience because it's made you who you are. You can start separating out some of those old voices and old stories that up until now you were calling it your own. And really, it's just putting a block on what's possible for you. So when you can start removing some of those things, money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford that. Well, maybe that's so, but if you keep telling yourself, like, then you're never going to be open to receiving it because it's just there's a belief about money or a belief about love. The good ones are all taken. When you start taking those stories out and starting your day fresh and new, like we talked about, you can put in a new story. You can say, I'm going to come across some beautiful people this morning. Throughout my day, I trust the universe is going to hook me up with the right people at the right time. And I feel the power of divine timing and just savor it. And you're creating it. And every moment is an opportunity to create it. It's like every moment, if you just knew that it was fresh and new every moment, you wouldn't feel so constricted, like I gotta get it right. I gotta, It's like if you just breathe, Sandra, breathe. I love when she does this. Just breathe. Then you can start fresh and new. I love when you
Yes.
say that. That helps me. I'm like, yes, yes, Sandra, breathe. This is another reason to relax.
Yes. So I'm going to talk to our audience right now. Think about, where is it that your thoughts and your emotions automatically go? What Carly is talking about is being intentional, catching my brain when it goes into that negative neighborhood. I was like, is that where I want to put my time and energy and attention? Do I want more of that in my experience? Or do I want to choose to feel and believe the way I want? Do I choose to think, oh, this is what I want more of in my life? Instead of being stuck thinking and feeling about where it's not working, what is it I am choosing instead so that I can attract more of that?
Beautiful. That's it. That is it.
And one of the things that Carla, wanted her message to be today is about freeing yourself from the perceived limitations. Why don't you tell us more about that, Carla?
Well, it's kind of about like what we were just talking about. So when you start identifying and writing these down, because the more that you do it, the more comes up. And you're like, okay, yeah, I remember when I was little that, money really wasn't, it was really scarce. And so now that I look around in my reality right now, it's like, oh, I love this delicious cup of coffee that I have. Oh my gosh, I have this beautiful phone, this mini computer that I can carry around with me. It's like when you start really just appreciating what you have, and I don't care if you live in a third world country, it's like, it's all relative. Be appreciative of what you have. And if you raise your vibe, it's like the universe will just deliver more to you. And so tell me again what I'm talking about, Sandra. I'm
Freeing ourselves from perceived limitations.
Yes,
And
that's where I was
this is the
going with this.
key to having what you
The
want.
Exactly, sorry. The
It's okay.
journal. The journal. So, when you're doing in the morning, when you're doing your meditation, you start, keeping some pages of like the old story. But then you want to create a new story. So, little by little, it's like, how it's been, but then how would you like it to be? And then writing that out. And then sitting with it one at a time and feeling into it. Like, how would that feel if I was a millionaire? Well, when you feel into it, you can start aligning with it. And when you start aligning, you reach the frequency of a millionaire, that's when it comes into your experience. But you have to practice it. How would it feel? Because it's probably not how you feel right now. So it could be, there's so many examples. You want to get a new car. You go to the car dealer and you get in the car and you're like, oh yeah, this is the car. I love this dashboard. I love the steering wheel. It's like, so really tap into your imagination and feeling it now as if you have it, even though you don't have it right now.
Rehearsing.
Yes, rehearsing. And you can use, nature is my favorite thing to do that with are my pets. My pets give me so much joy. And it's like you can't buy a hawk coming out of nowhere and like calling. "Ah, ah." That happened to me the other day and I was just like, "Oh my gosh." Like the magic of nature, if you don't have pets, just being out in nature, getting out in the morning, it also starts your day really fresh. And watch the critters come out for you. I don't care if you're in New York City in a park, the critters will come out wherever you are if you want them, if you call them to you, if that's your thing. And knowing that you're part of nature is really, in indigenous medicine, we kind of live in these houses, but like the connection to the earth and to nature, it's so soothing for the soul. So to get out in the morning after your meditation, if you can get up a little bit earlier, so that you just give yourself some mental space, some soul space to create something new. You can create something new every single moment, but you want to get that momentum of the higher vibe going so that, over time, it's like you just keep getting more happy, more happy, more happy. And you still feel the feels. We still have deaths. We still have things going on in our life that we feel, but we don't get stuck in it. Now, sometimes you have to move through that. It takes a little bit of time, but we don't keep telling the story. We learn how to train ourselves that, we start telling it how we want it to be instead of how it is. Cause it's like reality. You can bend that, it's pretty cool.
Love it. So, Carla, tell us how people can connect with you, and then you have some things to share with them.
I do. So I actually, the giveaway, please join the giveaway. There's so many beautiful people in there and gifts, resources to, open up to abundance. It's in all areas of life. And the other thing that's very exciting that I have coming up is I have a webinar on Tuesday, January 21st. And I will put the link in there for you to opt into that. There's another one. If that date doesn't work, then the following Tuesday, January 28th, is another live version, and it's manifest, in 2025. Whatever you want to work on, this conversation is a workshop that you can get some real value out of and propel you into manifesting all that you want in 2025 by making some of these shifts. And we're going to play together in these 2 webinars. So I'll share that with you as well.
That sounds fabulous. So, for those of you watching, definitely reach out, connect with Carla, and grab the Awaken Abundance Toolkit giveaway. There's so much value in there for free.
And it ends on Sunday, so hurry up and grab it.
Yes, limited time. So, what is the final thought that you want to leave people with so that they remember this conversation and to implement in their life?
What I want you to know is that you are worthy of it all. You are worthy. Like, let that soak in. You are worthy to take it to the next level. Like, whatever you have now, it's like it can get even better. I want you to know you're a divine being and that the world is really your oyster. And when you harness the spiritual power to move things through your body and your mind, cultivate a positive expectation for your life and your soul, when that's all working together, perfectly, that's when you have true power. And you can be or do or have anything that you want. And if you haven't had it up until now and you want to have a breakthrough in that, start playing. I challenge you. Watch the universe deliver.
So good. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sandra. Thank you for having me. So much fun.
You're so welcome. Thank you for being with us today. Carla Salteris, High Vibe Life Mentor, and I am Sandra Lee, Energetic Initiator and Life Coach for Women Entrepreneurs. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and we will see you again soon. Bye.